Hi there and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Angelina and I'm working as a physiotherapist in New Zealand since the past 1 year. In this video, I want to share my experience of how it was working for a year here in this beautiful country. To start off with talking about work-life balance, as you all know, we don't need to work 70 hours. Neither do we need to stare at our wives on weekends. We've got a very nice 40-hour work week most of the time, and weekends are usually off, especially for me as a physio. There are different changes for different fields, but working as a physio, it's been good, especially in a clinical setting. It's a little bit different out there if you are working in a hospital, but again, you've got the balance. I remember working 6 days in a week in a hospital back in India, and public holidays was just another normal day, just another working day. But here, things are a bit different. If you've got a public holiday and you're working on a public holiday in New Zealand, you get paid an hour and a half for that day. So basically, if you're being paid $30 an hour on a normal working day, you're going to get paid an hour and a half for if you're working on a public holiday, and you're going to get a day in lieu as well. So that's the good thing, you've got the balance. Now, talking about the demand for physiotherapists, since patients are more likely to come directly to physiotherapists in case if they've incurred an injury, like sprains or strains, we become the first contact practitioners for diagnosing some of them. If they are pretty serious, then we refer them to the hospital or to the specialist. But of course, most of the time, there's a high demand for physiotherapists here in New Zealand. And since people are moving and, going across to Australia because people are, of course, being paid more there, there is always a bit of a demand for physios and healthcare practitioners in New Zealand. Now, I know most of you would have been trying to get the registration here. I've put a separate video for the registration process to get registered as a physio here in New Zealand. But yes, I know some of you must have got it and are searching for jobs. It's a bit of a tough process because, as you know, people will want physios who have had experience here in New Zealand. But yes, it's not like the chances are 0%. If you keep trying, you'll be able to make it. So don't give up hope. Now, in terms of what I actually do at work, let me give you some basics. Here, patients are usually covered, most of the times, according to the injury. They are covered by ACC, which is a government-funded scheme. So it's called the Accident Compensation Corporation. Not getting into detail into that, but basically they're covered to an extent. So they don't have to pay a lot of money, maybe a little bit of a surcharge, but it also comes to maybe $30 to $50. So you've got a lot of responsibility here. It's not just, getting a referral from the doctor and being prescribed, okay, give this person 5 days of IFT and back strengthening exercises. No, it's not the way things work here. You are a physiotherapist. You're actually responsible for diagnosing. People come to you directly after injuries and you have to actually diagnose their injury. And sometimes if it's quite serious, you need to refer them depending on the intensity. Also, it's not a 5-day thing. You don't just tell them to come here for another 5 to 7 days and then after treatment send them back home. No, most of the times they come here once or twice to your clinic to see you in a week. And then you basically progress them, and according to the span, the time frame of healing of the injury, they are basically given exercises, progressing accordingly. So it may run for maybe 2 to 3 weeks or up to 4 weeks, but it all depends. Now you have the control. You are responsible for, the patients that you're seeing. So there's a lot of responsibility here. It's not an easy thing, but yes, it's very rewarding. Now, teamwork is one other very important thing that employers do look out for in physiotherapists, because when we are treating a patient, especially on ACC contracts, which you'll know more about when you come into the system, they need more assistance, not just physiotherapy, but occupational therapy, dietitians, psychologists, and many other fields. So we always have to keep that communication between our team members, between the occupational therapist. You have to write a couple of emails, create or discuss some goals for the patient and work towards those goals. So these are some things that we want to look out to while working as a physio as well. So that's another thing. Now, continuous professional development is also important here, CPDs. There are not random courses out there done by random people, but it's all very monitored and systematic. So under the Physiotherapy New Zealand website, there are some accredited or validated courses for which you can get the CPD points, the CPD hours. So it's likely that everyone go through those courses. Not everyone. What I mean is most of the people go through those courses listed under PNZ, which would be more beneficial for adding to the CPD hours. So that's how that's done here. In terms of the work environment, people are absolutely lovely out here. I've worked with a couple of physiotherapists and they've been really helpful, friendly, and there's no judgment out here. We all see each other as equal, and there's no superiority, inferiority, nothing like that. And people are really friendly out here, really kind-hearted. And even in terms of teamwork, whether it be the admin task at the reception, if someone needs help, it's not just that, oh, it's their responsibility, it's our responsibility. We go out there, we share each other's tasks, responsibilities whenever we can. And yes, that's how things work out here. Work environment is really nice here. There's shared lunches, all the facilities are provided most of the time in all the places out here, so it's really good. And yes, I hope this video helps those of you who are planning to come to New Zealand and work as a physiotherapist. So yeah, thank you for watching.